Champs over Chumps GMs. This video is for you. If you're thinking it's way too early to be talking about fantasy football, you might be right. Nevertheless, it's about that time to separate the champs from the chumps for the 2022 season. As always, your commissioner is hard at work behind the scenes, making sure things is in place to make this season the best season yet. With updated settings, new features, and more money on the line, this thing we started back in 2017 is about to reach an all-time high in 2022. So this is this year's introduction. I hope you check out the rest of the video so you can make sure you stay up with how everything is about to go down. Without further ado, just check out the first updates for the 2022 season. Champs over Chumps. New features. This year, the keeper option is in full effect. Every GM can keep a player from the previous year's roster, although the option to keep is not a requirement. For those that do decide to keep a player, keep in mind that you'll forfeit the draft pick in the round that player is expected to be taken in. With that being said, the Yahoo Fantasy rankings will determine which rounds the players are expected to be drafted. So if you decide to keep a player that's expected to be drafted in the first round, that player will replace your first round draft pick this year. The deadline to select the player you want to keep is Sunday, August the 21st, which is a week before the draft. Unfortunately, the Yahoo Fantasy Sports app doesn't allow you to make your keeper selections there. This means GMs will select their keeper player by accessing the Yahoo Fantasy Sports website instead. Once you're there, select My Team and navigate to the last option to choose keepers. Click the checkbox next to the player you want to keep, and then click the set keepers towards the bottom of the page. Once all keepers are set, the commissioner will update the draft board accordingly, and will be ready to kick off the 2022 season with the draft scheduled to take place August the 28th. Any and all questions pertaining to the new keeper feature, including any assistance that may be needed, should be directed to your commissioner. Speaking of the draft, the Champs over Chumps 2022 draft will take place Sunday, August the 28th. This year's draft order will mimic the NFL draft format, meaning the last place finisher from the 2021 season will automatically get the first pick in the 2022 draft, and so on and so forth. Now, I've heard that championships can't be won in the offseason, but me personally, I strongly disagree. Mock draft season is here, y'all, and the option to participate in mock drafts is already available in the Yahoo Fantasy Sports app. There may be some GMs that are still undecided if they want to utilize this year's keeper options or not. Identifying your draft position and doing a couple of mock drafts may help you with making that determination. Let's get to this money. Last year, your fellow GMs took a vote and decided to turn Champs over Chumps 2022 into a money league. Ben Franklin is the new entry fee. That's $100 for those who didn't know. Following Olympic tradition this year, only the top 3 finishers will be awarded a cash prize. $150 will be awarded to the third place finisher, representing the bronze medal. $200 will be rewarded to the second place finisher, representing the silver medal. And $750 will be awarded to the first place finisher, representing the gold medal. This year's champ will also be awarded an additional prize to be selected by the commissioner. As always, entry fees can be sent via Cash App or paid in cash to the commissioner directly. Oh yeah, before I forget, I mentioned some updates at the beginning of this video. The 12-team field has been split into 3 divisions, in honor of the only 3 champs we've ever seen in this league. Division winners are automatically eligible for the playoffs, but playoff seeding will be determined by the overall rankings. The top 6 ranked teams will make the playoffs, with the top 2 ranked teams receiving first round byes. Shortly after that, a champion will emerge. I won't even mention there's now a cap on the amount of moves you can make, or some of the scoring changes made for defenses and accelerators. To get caught up on all the changes made, make sure to check out the league settings in your Yahoo Fantasy Sports app. As always, the commissioner's door is always open for questions, suggestions, feedback. Pretty much, man, I'm just down for whatever. Be on the lookout for more details and updates as we get closer to the season. Until then, this your commissioner, man, signing off.